Today I'm going to be starting the unboxing process of my major shop-a-thon round 2, which I did somewhat locally. I went to Gettysburg, Hanover, Lewisburg. No, I didn't go to Lewisburg. I went to Lewisberry and Dover. So once again, when I left the house, I really wasn't expecting to buy as much as I did that day, nor go as long as I did. You'll see in the videos ahead, it was quite the day. So today I'm gonna start with just a few things that I got on my trip. This is also the first unboxing video I've recorded since I posted my one like a week or two ago asking about my music. I just want to say thank you for all the feedback I received. I'm gonna, you can't make everyone happy, that's for sure. I personally like the music because a lot of the times what you don't know is if there wasn't music, you'd be able to pick up on a lot of kind of unbearable music, like I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas on repeat. And you'd also hear a lot of chitter chatter from other people, crying babies, etc. So I do place that music kind of strategically. I will switch it up in a couple videos from here on. Like if it's super quiet, I'll give you guys a break for the people who don't like it. But personally, I like the music, and thanks again for all your feedback and support. Not gonna change it indefinitely. Just switch it up every once in a while because switching it up is always great. All right, let's get into it. The first thing I picked up was in Gettysburg. I just couldn't resist these little pose ornaments. I paid $7 for them each. They're definitely on the harder to find side. I love the face on this one. And they were in such good condition. Normally their faces are all stained up since it's that light beige cloth. They are made in Japan for $7 each. I won't be able to double my money, but it will be very close. Plus, it's just such an easy item to ship and add on that I kind of couldn't resist. Especially because these ones are harder to find. Next up, I got this little Joseph Originals Christmas mouse. I do find that the Christmas ones are a little bit easier to sell than a lot of other ones. I mentioned that I'd been kind of mindless the last couple times I've seen a deal on the Joseph Originals mice and not noticed that they were repaired. However, I did all right by this one. This one's in great condition, and I paid $3, a whopping $3. So I definitely did all right. I want to say the last Christmas one I sold was about $17. I think it was a little bit different than this one. It did come into the series. Next up, I got this cute little elf on the boot ornament. And it is made in Japan. Now, I will say I only paid $5 for it. In hindsight, I might not have bought it just because I have a little extra nerves when it comes to this material that the holly leaves are made on. I've bought in a couple things like it in the past week or so, and almost all of them have ended up damaged on the way home, which is unfortunate. However, at $5, I won't sell it for much. It's not perfect. It's clearly hanging on by a thread, but I just couldn't resist the little elf with the rubber head and the pipe cleaner body. $5, I mean, I'd still be able to double my money on this one. I have such a soft spot when it comes to these Santa and elves. There actually are elves. I've only seen it one time and I sold it, but it hung in my kitchen forever. But these little music boxes, they're made in Japan. This one does work. Now, I did pay up a little bit for it. I paid $12, but it was in such pristine condition and it worked. And I feel like they're getting harder and harder to find, especially at anywhere near resale prices. I actually have my mom's when she was a kid. It's a larger one. I just think he's so great. I love his expression, and he is ready to hang. For $12, I'll just about double my money, but either way, I'm happy to invest when it comes to such an item that's easy to sell and hard to come by. I didn't really think that through. That song's gonna be playing for a while. Let's give it a minute. All right, I think we're in the clear. Next up, my favorite holiday of all time. Yes, I know everyone thinks my favorite holiday is Christmas, but it's Valentine's Day. These left-in vases, there's so many different variations. I love this one because it's got the candy hearts. Some of them don't sell for that much. This is, oh, man, I hate when vendors use so much Scotch tape. That's gonna need a soak. Anyway, I paid $5 for it. It's got candy hearts. It is left in, and these usually sell for, I want to say the last one I sold was $17. I could be mistaken. It was a great buy at $5. And Valentine's Day stuff is so hard to find. I will tell you, I mentioned this before. You guys are probably sick of me hearing me say it, but right before Valentine's Day, I go absolutely insane, and I go everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I think last Valentine's Day, I started all the way, gosh, it was so deep into Dayton, Ohio, and then up to State College, Pennsylvania, and then down to Harrisonburg, Virginia. So I am excited for the Valentine's Day season. I'm hoping it doesn't snow that much this year, because I am planning on taking you guys all over the place. Next up, I picked up these two left-in choir boys. Now, I'm confused. Okay, I am right. I thought they were $5 altogether. No, they're $10 altogether. $5 a piece. Now, they did have some paint loss. However, it's the Christmas season, and these ones are kind of harder to find. They were so cheap that I kind of didn't mind the paint loss. So I won't sell them for much, but I'll definitely be able to double my money on these. Next up, I got this Lego Japan deer. Now, these sell super quick usually, and when you do find them, sometimes the paint's not all there. Now, this only has like the tiniest spot of paint loss on it, which is great. I probably paid a little bit more than I should have. I paid $11, so I definitely won't be able to double my money on it, but it will be pretty close. I want to say in good condition like this will probably sell for around $20. Now, there are larger size and different variation that some of them sell for really good money, but they are on the harder to find side. Now, I have looked far and wide for this set. I can't really find it. I will say I didn't notice it's got a little bit of damage. It's not bad, but it's definitely noticeable. I'm nervous I'm going to take it in the light and find more. I think it's just on his foot. Anyway, I picked up this salt and pepper shaker set. I'm so nervous it's repaired. How much did I pay for it? I paid a lot. I paid $15 for it. I was just kind of on a roll, and I'd never seen it, and it definitely reminded me of those, there's a couple sets like it that sell for good money. This is not one of them. However, at $15, I did feel confident I'd be able to sell them for $30, but now that I'm seeing a little bit of damage, I won't be able to double my money. However, I do think they'll sell for at least $25. How cute is this little Santa Claus? Well, he's not that little. He's kind of big here. I only paid $4 for him, and he's made in Japan. He's in pristine condition. I've been finding a lot of these felt Christmas wall hangings recently, and I'm obsessed with them. I'm going to pick them up from now on if they're priced very reasonably. It's still got its made in Japan sticker. All the ones I've posted so far have sold immediately, which makes me a little nervous I'm underselling them, or they're just that cute. Either way, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way I've been pricing them. They are definitely a harder to find item, I feel like, because I've never seen as many as I have this year, and especially in such good prices and such good condition. I don't know if like everybody in the state went to like a new old stock Christmas clearance auction or something, but I'm really happy with it. All right, let's talk about the most expensive item I've ever bought for resale. Now, I've bought things for myself that I've intended to resell at one point that were more expensive, mind you, but I'm talking about strictly for my Etsy shop. This is a 1959 Holt Howard Holly Berry Pixie Elf candle holder with the sleigh planter in near pristine condition. Now, I paid $90 for this, which is very out of character for me. I am usually super stingy, super cheap, super cautious. However, even if I don't get the top dollar that the last one was sold on eBay for $280, by the way, I know I'll be able to double my money, and I won't take anything less, because the Holly Berry Pixie Elves by Holt Howard are so hard to find and super collectible. I've had like a couple letters of the candle holder set. They're shaped in the letters of Noel. People always are looking for them. Some of them go for crazy amounts of money to complete the set. There's very few things, actually there's really only two things I would ever spend that much upfront in confidence on. And one of them are some Holt Howard Christmas items, or Holt Howard in general. The other one, especially Christmas, the other one would be a rushed in rubber face of certain makes. Those are really the only two things where I'm like, you know what? I'm okay fronting this because my camera cut out. What was I saying? Oh, those are really the only two things I feel confident fronting that much for, just because it might not be instantly, but I know at some point it will be worth the return. You just have to hold out for your special buyer, and I hate fronting that much up front. I get, you see my shopping trips, I get really excited when I spend $100 in a day and come home with a liquor box full of stuff. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and let's see what else we got. So my next stop of the day was Dover Antique Mall. I'm gonna show half of what I got there and save the other half along with some more of my shopping trip for another day. The first thing I got was this adorable little Santa Claus ornament. I don't know if it's an ornament. It's more of a doodad. But I only paid $7.20 for him. I kind of couldn't resist. I love the sparkly trim with the little pine cone. And I'm a big fan of this little cloth face. I find it really hard to find without it being all stained up. Now, I will say it does have a little bit of damage in a couple spots, but I won't sell it for much. I just thought it would be really fun. You could even tie it on to a gift instead of a bow. It is made in Japan, and I love its little spun beard. So $7.20. I won't be able to double my money per se, but I felt like it was worth it nevertheless. Last up for the Christmas items of the day, these are one of my favorite things ever. These glittery elf ornaments made in Japan. I think they've become really hard to find. Oop, his string just broke off. Well, he still got his hook. That's what really matters. That string was probably really old. Oh, it's not original. It's just old. Okay, anyway, I paid $8. Is that right? Yes, $8 for him, and gladly. Now, again, whereas I won't be able to double my money, it's really hard to find these in such good condition and anywhere near resale prices. It's been over a year since I had one of these in stock, and he's pink, glittery. Who could resist? I couldn't say no. The next set I got was this Orange Cow salt and pepper shaker set. They are made in Hong Kong. Now, I normally see them in red. They don't sell for much, but I ended up only paying $4.20 for them because they were $6 and 30% off, which I don't think I remember seeing a 30% off sign, so I kind of lucked out on that. I must have overlooked it. I was deep in the zone. Like I said, I've only ever had this set in red, maybe green once before, but it usually sells pretty quick, and at $4.20, I'll definitely be able to double my money. This next set is kind of hard to find. It's vintage Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs salt and pepper shakers. Now, there's a lot of different variations of these. The last ones I had were dopey. I only paid $16, well, not only, I kind of paid up. $16.80 for them. They were $21 and 20% off. They are on the harder to find side, and Snow White is super collectible. I kind of couldn't help but scoop them up. I mean, the last ones I had were actually dopey. I was trying to remember what they were in the store. They were both dopey, and they sold for $33. So I think I'll do all right on these. Again, I won't be able to double my money, but it would have felt weird leaving them there. So I ended up getting all of that for $205, which is awesome because I'm confident I'll be able to make that back in the Holt Howard planter alone, even though, I mean, that's crazy that all of that was $200 because the Holt Howard planter was almost $100 alone. So I'm really excited to share the rest of this shopping extravaganza with you, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m.